U.S. President Joe Biden says the United States shall respond after 3 American troops were killed and dozens more injured in a drone strike on Saturday night in northeast Jordan near the Syrian border. The U.S. president blamed Iranian-backed militias for the first U.S. fatalities after months of strikes by such groups against American forces across the Middle East. Mr. Biden, who was traveling in South Carolina on Sunday, asked for a moment of silence during an appearance at a Baptist church banquet hall. So far, one umbrella group, the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, an Iranian-backed militia operating in Iraq and Syria, has claimed responsibility for the suicide drone attack. The group has claimed responsibility for dozens of attacks against bases housing U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria since the Israel-Hamas war began. And this is the first time U.S. soldiers have been killed in strikes in the region since war in Gaza began last October. Republican candidate for President Nikki Haley, during a rally in Conway, called for prayers for families of troops and an end to the war.
The fact that as a military spouse, we lost 3 of our heroes today. And I will tell you the fact that we lost 3 and dozens were wounded after 160 attacks on our men and women in the military. It is absolutely shameful. But what we need to remember is those families need to be lifted up today. We need to lift up every one of those families who lost their loved ones and every one of those families whose loved ones have been injured in these attacks. So please take a moment to just lift them up in prayer. Let's just take a few seconds, please.